Today I'm going to make an Oreo cheesecake. Now the two best things about this cheesecake are that it's a no-bake cheesecake and I'm not using any gelatin. So stay tuned to see what I use instead. Instead of gelatin, I'm making this cheesecake with Agar Agar. Now usually you get this in sheets like this, which I've just chopped up and put here in this saucepan because I'm going to soak it in water. I'm just going to chop up the rest of it. I'm using about 24 grams of absolutely flavorless Agar Agar. You can find this very easily at grocery stores or even online. Now I'm going to soak this Agar Agar in water. This is about 1.5 cups of water. And once you've soaked it in water, let it rest for at least half an hour. You might need to just push this down to ensure that it stays soaked in the water. And just set it aside for half an hour. This is an Oreo cheesecake, so I'm going to start with making the base with Oreo cookies. You need about 16 to 17 Oreo cookies, which I've just broken up and put in this Ziploc bag. You'll see why. And now I'm just going to crush about 4 more. And you definitely want the creamy center of these cookies as well. Just seal it in this Ziploc bag. Now is my favorite part because I get to crush these into chunky pieces. Make sure that it's not powdery. Let's get going. You can always do this in a food processor. I just find that the mixer grinder makes the cookies really powdery. So it's better to control it this way or use a food processor. Now I'm just going to empty out these crushed cookies into a bowl. Now to this, I'm going to add about 4 to 5 tablespoons of melted butter. This is regular salted butter that you have lying around at home. Just add this till you get a consistency where the cookies will stick to each other. That's the consistency we're looking for. I'm going to use an 8-inch cake pan with a removable bottom, and you'll see that the bottom is lined with parchment paper. I've greased the sides with some butter as well. So now I'm just going to press this cookie butter mixture really tightly to the bottom of the pan only, not on the sides, just the bottom. Just spread it to the sides. Now I'm just going to refrigerate this for about half an hour or otherwise in the freezer for 15 minutes. Now for the most exciting part, which is the filling of the cheesecake that goes right on top of the base that's in the refrigerator right now, I'm going to use about 400 grams of hung yogurt. This was 800 grams of full-fat yogurt that I've let drain overnight. And what I have is this really nice and thick part of the yogurt, which is now about 400 grams. So I'm going to add this to the bowl and just gently beat this to make sure that you get the lumps out. To this, I'm going to add a whole tin of 400 grams of condensed milk. Just pour that in. And again, just blend these two together. Once this is relatively smooth, add about a 1/4 cup of icing sugar. Just sprinkle that in. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And a tiny pinch of salt just to balance out the flavors. And again, just mix this together. Now to this cheesecake mixture, I'm also going to add about 4 or 5 Oreo cookies that have again been crushed up pretty much the same way that the base was. Just sprinkle that in. And this time, don't use the hand mixer, just fold it into the cheesecake mixture. It's been about half an hour, so now I'm going to pull out the cheesecake base from the refrigerator. Now the next step is to boil the water and agar-agar mixture. So I'm just going to put it on a high heat and just continue whisking this while it comes to a boil. The agar has dissolved completely in the water, and now I'm going to move very quickly and whisk this into the cheesecake mixture while beating it. So this has to move a little fast. This sets very quickly, so pour it immediately into the base that we've prepared. Now, ideally, you should let this rest in the refrigerator anywhere from 6 hours to overnight. It's been about 6 hours and our cheesecake has set completely. I'm just going to take this spatula and just run it around the edges. Just make sure that it loosens up easily. And now I'm just going to decorate the top with some more Oreo cookies. Moment of truth, I'm just going to unmold it. And that is our perfectly set No Bake Oreo cheesecake made with Agar Agar and hung yogurt. This Oreo cheesecake is a no-bake one, has no expensive cream cheese and is made without gelatin. It's a really awesome recipe. I hope you'll try it soon and subscribe to get Curried for loads more.